Now that we woke up everybody in Armenia, I am so glad to have everybody back to back and say hello and good morning. Our next guest is Victoria of ArmAs. Hi, Victoria, how are you?
Great, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm so happy. This positive energy from talking to everyone is like giving me extra energy, and it's, I don't even know what time it is here, but I'm ready to keep going. Victoria, share with us your...
It's easy to have positive energy when you drink early in the morning, right? Cheers.
Absolutely. Victoria, share with us how ArmAs got established and what was the idea behind it, what was the inspiration, and I know the story very well, but I'd love you to share it with our viewers.
Sure, it's my pleasure. So my father returned back to Armenia after living 20 years abroad in 2007. And he purchased 450 acres of land that hadn't even been developed. It was only rocks and snakes, but because it was the best terroir, the best soil, the best weather conditions, high altitude, etc., he chose particularly that land, despite all the people that have presented. And today we have this stunning oasis filled with vineyards and orchards and a world-class winery and distillery, boutique hotel, a tasting room, event areas, kids play areas. We have a lake and farm and dormitory under construction. So it's this huge bona fide estate surrounded completely by an 8-mile wall. We call it the Great Wall of ArmAs. And we're so very proud of everything that we've accomplished, and we're still, even though it's been 13 years now, it still feels like it's the beginning, constantly doing something new, whether it's new wines, new market, new events, and we're kind of famous for our events. It's actually been one of the ways that we've been able to build a market by getting as many people to the vineyards, to our estate as possible to see this, gorgeous terrain, but also, of course, to enjoy the fine wines we're equally proud of. And when my father started to do this, and I moved back here in 2009, so a little over 10 years now, to participate along his side, and I run the company. We decided that we're going to do everything top of the line, as best as we possibly can, and whatever we don't know, we're going to bring in the best experts. So mainly from Italy, some from France. Our winemaker today was with us for our first harvest in 2012. Emilio Del Medico is from Friuli, consults us to this day. This is the only year he hasn't been able to do it for reasons known to all, so travel has been a bit restricted. But we've been sending him the wines, and he's been sending us the notes, and we've been having a lot of back and forth, and shall we say, never a dull moment.
Absolutely, never a dull moment, and you are actually able to figure out, and no matter the hardships, no matter the problems, you are able to go around and get it done. And that's what, like every time, every winemaker in Armenia I talk to and they share their story, it's all about the resilience. It's all about finding creative ways to keep going and making it better from first year to a second to the third.
Absolutely. And we're actually all about also honoring tradition with progress. So we're using native grape varieties, which of course in the beginning was very, very difficult to market, to sell, to get people acquainted with, because few people can pronounce Tarmarahi, for instance. But I always say no one was born saying Cabernet Sauvignon or Pinot Noir. They were taught these things. So it's upon us to also teach, educate, excite, and once people have a chance to try them, they really do see the uniqueness of not only our native grape varieties, but also the elegance of our wines that appeal to an international palate. They're really world-class, and it's not just us, saying that. For instance, at ArmAs, we have 38 international wine competition awards, including from some of the most prestigious ones in London, from the Cantor, Mundus Vini in Germany, and recently we were even featured in America in Wine Enthusiast, the April edition, and our Galmaragi Reserve, which not only received 92 points, but also Editor's Choice, and was printed in the hard copy of Wine Enthusiast. So that was a huge honor. And once again, but of course, the biggest honor for us is that we see that not only ArmAs, because it's impossible to do with one company, it's a handful of really, and keeps on growing, more than a handful of high quality wines, and we need to find our space on the wine racks and the wine list. Armenia needs to be featured. So in order for us to be recognized as a wine producing country, we have to continue to produce high quality wines on a large scale and across the board. And I'm so happy to see that throughout our country.
Yeah, Victoria, at the beginning of our first guests were the ArmAs Winery. And actually, they have been able to put the plaques of Armenia in few stores on the East Coast, which is so amazing and so exciting, you know, to what you were just mentioning, that we do have to have our own title Armenia and not just be clumped under the Eastern European or whatever other thing, other countries,
right?
Or other, which is fine, you know, sometimes depending on the store, but just having that. And we have already, you guys are a team of winemakers going for the same goal. Victoria, where can and how can our viewers find your wines here?
Well, in Los Angeles, we absolutely have it at Remedy Liquor, Mission Liquor, John's Supermarkets, and throughout most of the liquor stores in Glendale, Burbank, North Hollywood, a few in Hollywood. Soon we'll also be in Super King Market and online, winesofarmenia.com. And if anyone is interested, they can just go to our website and we have a full list and all of the links. But definitely, I think some of the better known places are Mission, Remedy, John's, Super King coming soon.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining. We're actually going to close up our conversation with one of your segments from your jazz nights. And everybody is going to see what a wonderful and hospitable winery you are, hosting wonderful events with wine, music, and food. Cheers, Victoria. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hope to see you soon.